The Trailblazers play before the hometown crowd here in downtown Portland, Oregon. Last outing for Atlanta, they won that game against Philadelphia.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
The Trailblazers start out with the ball. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court for Atlanta, Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. Teague and Korver in the backcourt, and it's Cephalosha in at small forward. Horford against Harris. 9 feet out. Count that one. Harris has got the first points up on the board here for the Trailblazers.
And they got exactly what they wanted right there. Really high percentage look.
Korver kicks to Teague. The dish now to Korver. Back to Teague. Pass to Millsap. The feed to Horford. And stolen by Aldridge. Right side Matthews. That's good. Matthews has got his first basket of the night.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
Portland on defense. 4-point game. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
Harris outside. Aldridge with a screen on Millsap. And it's Harris off the drive. The shot is off.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Cephalosha dishes to Teague. Pass to Horford. No good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way.
I'll tell you what, wandering aimlessly out of bounds like that might earn him a ticket to the bench.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Looking for the first basket of the game.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
Lillard, the pass to Matthews. Harris inside, working on Horford. The 9-foot shot. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Here is Korver. 17 points in his last outing. Outside Teague. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
Pretty bad defense letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know what's going to happen. They sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And as a team, they're shooting about 75% on the year.
And Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
Well, you can count on him, can't you? He seems to knock down free throws consistently all game long.
And Batum kicks to Harris. Converts on the jumper for the easy two. Harris has got 6.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Chance now to go over to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer.
He talked about the respect he has for the game of LaMarcus Aldridge and how tough it will be for them to slow him down, saying Aldridge is tough because he can score facing up or with his back to the basket. And with his length, it's tough to bother his shot. We'll look to deny him the ball when we can and just try to make it as hard as possible every touch. Kevin, we'll see how successful they are.
Thanks, Doris. Here's Horford. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Horford's got his second bucket of the game to go. Portland leading. Lillard gets the screen from Harris. And Lillard kicks to Matthews. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Matthews has got 5.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Dishes to Millsap. Here is Korver. He's covered by Matthews. Shot clock at 6. Teague dishes to Korver. Offline with his 3.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently. Yeah, he got waxed. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
Portland shooting their first free throws of this game. And the first one drops. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Robin Lopez is checked in for Aldridge. Alan Crabb comes in for Nicholas Batum. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Damian Lillard. Here's Schroeder. 1:57 left here in the opening quarter. Six on the shot clock. And Bazemore kicks to Schroeder. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 3rd rebound tonight. We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter of the game. Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
Now here's McCollum. Crabb kicks to McCollum. Passes it to Harris. Right block shot. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Well, they had a pretty good grasp of the game plan coming into this one. That's been very apparent.
And anytime a team gets a double-digit lead in the quarter, Steve, you could be headed for blowout city.
The Hawks trail by 11. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
There's 47 seconds left in the first. Here's Mack. He kicks it to Koufos. And it's blocked. Follow the pass to Lopez. Feeds to McCollum. Aflalo with it. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Harris inside. Koufos is there. And the basket by Harris.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Atlanta shooting in the early going here. Pretty dreadful, 22%. Schroeder dishes to Mack. Here's Scott. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Harris with it. Harris setting the pick for McCollum. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Well, an illegal screen is one of the toughest calls for the official to make.
That's how we do it. Good work.
All day long.
Handle it.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And so in the game for the Hawks, Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. Teague and Korver in the backcourt. And it's Cephalosha in at the 3 spot. That's good.
Al Horford impeding the defense there with the solid screen.
Portland leading by 17. Harris a screen on Teague. Shoots off the step back. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
He may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
For Atlanta, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Hey, guys. T in their last game against the Suns was superb. He ended up with 53 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Absolutely amazing numbers from him in what was truly a memorable performance. For him and for us, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance, Clark. He was at his absolute best in this game.
Yeah, and the only thing about having a game like that, Kevin, is that it's almost impossible to duplicate it here tonight.
Well, but nobody's expecting that, Clark, and they don't need him to do that. If he's even half as good as he was that night, it should be enough.
Now here's Teague. He had 13 points in the win against Philadelphia.
And Kevin, his passing is what blew me away. I mean, to see him orchestrate their offense so impeccably, that was a sight to behold.
And the shot is good. And it's 8 points for Al Horford.
Easy little jump shot for him right there, guys.
Lillard gets the screen from Harris. Lillard with it, and it's Horford picking him up. And Aldridge slams it in.
Tell you what, coaches love to see that kind of hustle, guys. I mean, getting after it on the offensive boards, that's always a winning play.
Absolutely.
Now, coaches love to see the hustle, but the fans love to see the dunk.
Here's Teague following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. Horford, good.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Portland leading by 18. Harris setting the pick for Lillard. Second shot opportunity. Goes up again. Can't hit. Good work defensively by Horford.
Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
And here is Teague, right now averaging 15 points a game. Horford, no luck. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Goes back up, and Harris puts it in. Harris has got 17.
They've owned the offensive glass here in the second.
Yeah, they're really trying to make a point of getting inside of the paint and getting after every rebound.
Now here's Teague. Horford with the screen on Lillard, and they call an illegal screen here. And now let's have a look at the NBA's top snipers, shooting guards with the highest percentage from three-point territory over the last month. Wesley Matthews on top.
Well, two-guard is where we traditionally find the best shooters in the league, and he's no exception to that rule. Look at the success he's having from three-point range.
Well, Steve, he never stops working out there on the perimeter. He's always in motion, constant motion, fighting to get to the open spot on the floor. And that's one of the key things about great shooters. They work before they take their shots. He may be the best long-range shooter in the NBA. Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
All right, a chance to check out some stats for Paul Millsap. What a string of games he's put together here lately. I mean, he's in high gear. Check out the stats. 8th in steals, 10th in blocks, the top 15 in rebounding, so a very strong presence in the paint.
And, Steve, I think we should take a look back at his top 10 steals ranking that you mentioned a bit ago. I mean, that's impressive. This guy gets it done. Jumps the passing lanes when appropriate, but he also can pick the pocket of the ball handler, too.
Horford, no luck.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Harris, right side, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
Outside Teague. Millsap sets the pick for Teague. He dishes it to Millsap. Good as the jump shot falls. Millsap's got his first 2 points of the night.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
Lillard attacking. And stolen by Jeff Teague. And now here comes Teague leading the break. It's blocked. 41 seconds left to play here in the half. Harris against Horford. Takes it from 10. And again, another basket there from Harris. Harris has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
Here's Teague. And Teague is going to pick up a foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
That's the risky run by staying out there as he picks up his third.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Robin Lopez is checked in for Aldridge. Crabb comes in for Nicholas Batum. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And McCollum subbed in for Lillard. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Kufis checked in for Millsap. Ken Bazemore comes in for Cephalosha. Max checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Dennis Schroeder in for Jeff T. Shot clock at 5. Mack, good. From half court, the shot misses. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Trailblazers lead by 21. And it's
The only accurate way to describe your interior defense was dominant. Were you looking to set a tone with all of those block shots?
I mean, I wasn't looking to set a tone. I mean, what tone would that be anyway? The replay defense tone? I'm just out there doing my job, and
All right, listen up. Terrific job so far. The fans are into this game.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Really an incredible game from T.
Effort and intensity has been fantastic, and you can tell he's really inspiring his team with his play.
Yeah, his emotion and his production. He's been patrolling the court, blocking shot after shot out there, and he's really made a statement with his defensive effort.
The Hawks trail by 21. Batum and Aldridge are the power tandem. Lillard and Matthews pair up in the backcourt. And it's Harris in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. There's the screen. Millsap kicks to Cephalosha. He feeds it to T. 6 to shoot. Shoots from 12. And he gets the jumper to drop. Teague's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Hawks.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
Lillard the pass to Aldridge. Back to Lillard. Outside Batum. Here's Aldridge. Here's Harris. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Horford with the screen on Matthews. T kicks to Cephalosha. Back to T. Here's Korver. And the shot is long. Trailblazers leading by 21. Harris inside. Millsap covering. The jump hook. And again, shot good from Harris. Harris has got 4 this quarter.
Just another outstanding play down low. These teams couldn't be farther apart in their effectiveness in the paint.
That's right. It's been all good at one end, and we'll try to be diplomatic here and just say not so good at the other.
Lillard against T. Now the pass to Korver. Outside Teague. Millsap sets the pick for T. Horford dishes to Korver. And it's Portland with the rebound. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
And, of course, 2 teams in opposite conferences. They're only going to play twice, 1 on each team's floor.
Harris. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession. A lot of answers, but still a lot of questions for how the East is going to ultimately shake out this year. But right now, let's check out where the team stands. You look at the Cavaliers. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, the Hawks just need to take it a game at a time.
I think for Atlanta, they've had a disastrous season in a lot of ways. I mean, you can tell that by looking at their place in the standings. It's been ugly for them.
I don't know how this happened, guys. I really don't. This is a team that had plenty of talent. I think people genuinely thought it was a playoff club. But boy, once things started to go wrong, man, they just went straight south. He really is a high flyer, guys. It's kind of rare for a power forward because he is undersized.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. I'll keep talking about, just the lack of meetings between these 2 teams from different conferences, and probably isn't a whole lot of hostility between them, not a lot of emotion, at least right now. All that being said, Clark, it still makes you think for a very interesting matchup.
I'd say so. I mean, these West versus East contests give us a chance to see the style differences between the conferences, which are sometimes much more pronounced than you might think.
That's a real good point, because there are different feel, different kind of players, ways rosters are made up, and so on.
No question about it.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Nails the baby hook. Harris has got 29 in the game.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
It's Millsap with the drive inside and stolen by Aldridge. Kicks it to Matthews. Batum passes to Aldridge. Lillard dishes to Aldridge. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. 6 points for Aldridge.
I love the flow that they've been playing with offensively tonight. This is an impressive performance.
Well, and that lead they have just continues to grow and grow.
Good.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Portland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And Lillard kicks to Harris. 1:56 left to play in the third. And Portland again with the buckets.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Korver passes to Teague. The floater, and the shot is good. Teague's got 4 points in the quarter.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Lillard attacking. Here's Harris. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Millsap a screen on Lillard. Teague dishes to Millsap. Can't cash in from close range.
And they force the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Harris. Tries from 10. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Harris has got 35.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Millsap a screen on Matthews. Korver kicks to Teague. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 5. It sinks the 15-footer. Teague's got 10. 26 seconds left in the third. Lillard the pass to Harris. From 6 feet. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there. Teague with the ball. He's got 10. There's the dish to Cephalosha. Teague kicks to Scott. And stolen by Harris. From midcourt. Cannot hit. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Trailblazers out in front, running away with this one. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Well, it had to be this play, don't you think, Kevin? Sure. This is just a phenomenal pass. Made the defense look like they had no idea what was going on.
Precision with that pass.
Beautiful.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. For Atlanta, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. On the court for Atlanta, Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Teague, and it's Bazemore at the small forward position. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. 5 to shoot. Fires from the line. Here's Lopez. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lopez has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. The reason for one, this game is out of hand.
Exactly. I mean, the score is right where you'd expect it to be when the battle on the boards is that lopsided.
Harris is checked in for Portland. Then for the Hawks, Kufis comes in for Al Horford. And Shelvin Max subbed in for Jeff Teague. And that one's good. Millsap.
They're on track here in the second half after their less than impressive first half. I mean, I think they came out with some tired legs to start, but they've turned it around. They found some energy, and they look a lot more active and engaged.
Pass to Crab. The feed to Harris. There's a screen.
What a game we've seen here for Harris. 11 rebounds and some big-time point production as well. He's doing all the things you can ask of a player in the low post.
No, the blocks, the rebounds, it's incredible what he's done here.
Scotty's checked in for Paul Millsap. And he's good on the second. The Hawks have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Schroeder kicks to Scott. There's the three. It's hauled in by Harris. Portland's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9.
And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for the Trailblazers.
You're right there, Steve. And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, Clark, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
Well, it deflates the opposition when you can be pesky defensively, and then it sparks your offense, and that's what happened for them. When you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's hard to overcome that kind of defensive pressure.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And I think this win builds confidence for this year in the matchup. They take the first win of the season series, and you know that could play a factor the next time these two teams meet.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. So I think the next game will be hotly contested.
You look at the stats and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for T. And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
Shoots and count the basket. He was fouled and he's going to the line for one more.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
And I think this is going to be too much to overcome, Clark. What do you think?
All the sand in the hourglass is gone, and I agree with you. Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
So it's Portland now. 17 seconds left in the game. Shoots from 12, and Portland again with the bucket.
And the fans loving what's transpired here tonight. A really good victory for these guys.
Sure was. I mean, they did just what they needed to do to keep the visitors from getting any momentum going at all.
Schroeder's shot is good.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Marcus, this is certainly a good win. What was the most important element to the team in a game like this one?
Playing with energy. I think guys play with energy. I think guys play with passion tonight. And we just got, just win games right now.
Guys, they're all talented, but passion's such a crucial aspect to teams winning. Over to you.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Thanks for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time. But first, let's check out the Jordan player of the game.
Well,